to, last time we left off, we had resolved the bathhouse dispute, even though I don't think it's going to be over forever. I do think there's going to be another quest in that chain, where we kill Adam, or some other bullshit like that. But I could very well foresee that not happening, because at the moment we get free bathhouse services from that place. Whatever. So what reward can you even give us at that point? I don't know, man. Regardless, let's head over to G. I'm going to start on the main quest a little bit. I think this is a supplement for the main quest though, to be honest with you. But we're about to find out. Where is it? Is it in here? How do I get to, is he in here? No, I don't think he's in there. Who the hell are these guys?
You should get out of here.
No, I don't think I will.
God be with you. Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy want here?
What do you think goy means?
It means you do not belong here.
It means nation in Hebrew. So you're just as much a goy as I am.
Good one. A goy lecturing a Jew on Hebrew. All right. But I suggest you do not repeat it around these parts. Not everyone is as tolerant as I. So, what do you want?
You
I'm looking
Pookie?
for someone called Samuel.
What do you want with him?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm not good enough for you, I'm afraid nobody else will talk to you.
All right. I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein. I heard you, or this Samuel, might know something about him.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot. But I do not see why he should tell you.
Because I know a lot as well. Me and Samuel can exchange interesting information.
Why do you think you can tell me anything I need to know? I already know more than I want to.
You're the first person I've met who complains about knowing more than everyone else.
It is not pleasant to know things you can do nothing about. So what I need is someone who prefers action to talk.
All
We
right.
can get a lot of action going on if we
What do you
want, Samuel.
suggest?
An exchange. Something in return. I have this one problem none of my people can fix.
Well, if your people can't handle it, why not?
You are no better than my people. But unfortunately, they were all born under our star. And that is a problem in this case.
I understand. What's this about then?
You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is plundered, people beaten up, sometimes murdered. Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian babies or poison wells. They always find some excuse.
Well, those are usually debtors who don't want to repay their loans.
That is what I used to think as well. It would make sense at least. But it is not that straightforward. There are those who do it just out of spite. And because they can get away with it. We are not Christians. We're not even people to them. But enough of that. I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned house by the wall in the mining district. I need someone to get among them, find out what they are planning, and warn us in good time.
Won't they be suspicious?
Why? Their kind usually are not too bright. You just have to curse the Jews and say you want to join them. Do not worry. They will not check if you are circumcised.
All right. I'll do it. And then you'll tell me all about Liechtenstein.
Agreed. They usually meet at the start of the day.
At the start of the day according to my calendar or yours?
I see you're in the know. At the start of my day, so when the first 3 stars come out.
Right. So they meet after sunset. The miners' district, an abandoned house with a small yard by the ramparts.
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with them there today, if you get them to let you join them. Try and find out what they're planning, and then come and see me, and you'll have fulfilled your side of the deal.
Alright, bet.
And then you'll tell me how to find Liechtenstein?
That was my promise, and I keep my promises.
Alright, if you say so. Let's go infiltrate the Republican Party. What is it? We'll go find the Margers. Oh wait, no, it's Americas, it's Bohemia. We were too similar. Dude, where is it? What? Abandoned yard in the mining district. But I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. I don't know where the mining district is. Is this the mining district? I don't know. I have no idea.
What do you need?
No idea. I guess maybe we can speak to someone and it'll narrow it down for us. Only thing I can think of is maybe around here-ish. Or out here. This is where I'm thinking. I don't think it's over here. I think it's over here somewhere. Might be over here too. Just don't know. I just don't know at all. It's such a big place to look for one abandoned yard.
At your service, sir.
It's almost like looking like for needing a haystack of how big potential area could be. I'm not getting an option to speak to anyone.
What's that? Jesus Christ be praised. Good day.
Can't speak to any of these people. Certain abandoned yard by the ramparts. That could just be anywhere though.
My respects.
Doesn't narrow it down at all. So apparently that stash, the goatskin guy was talking about, is in here. But we'll go take a look at that. The voices told me. I don't know, I'll ask the voices where the meeting location is. And the voices should tell me the answer to that too. We'll see. We shall see. But again, I really do think we've done most of the content in Gutenberg at this point. I think just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. And we won't have to run around like a headless chicken around Gutenberg anymore. And there's probably still like maybe some good loot and shit hiding around here, but I'm not going through every single house to check.
Careful.
Especially when you can't even go into some of the houses. Like, fuck that, man. Look. No. We're not reporting the band of thieves. That's never gonna happen. Just the way it is. That door probably opens, but oh well. I think there's an invisible wall pushing me off there. I'm not too sure, but feels like it. Oh, the entrance on the other side. Good thing we jumped. Take a peek. Bam, bam, now. Wait, what? Oh, this is also the meeting. I am confused. Very confused. I think this shit might actually open up too. When is this meeting starting? Is it like 11 o'clock maybe? The dinosaur.
Hey! Hey! Open up! Open up!
Well, what are you doing, Moishe?
Foot's a capora, piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
Shit is zum Teufel! Die, you wretch!
Why do I get off a track when I can just beat the shit out of them?
Wait, wait! Don't kill him!
You're gonna beg for mercy? After this?
We can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them.
Our people? What the hell are you talking about?
We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein, just like you.
No, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. I'm not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now.
I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my two best men. I'm not a fool.
I'm just gonna drift out, not gonna lie.
Right. I'll go unarmed. If that'll convince you.
Why, Henry? That's the sword you've been looking for 2 games. I'm just giving it to someone else.
I'll trust you. But in return, you have to trust me. You can't see where we're going.
Alright, sure.
All right. But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
You know the rules, and so do I. Just gonna leave your 2 men there on the floor. Okay. I mean, I beat them up pretty good, so.
Wait, who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbour's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry, Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort and bodyguard.
Quite, quite.
So where is he?
What brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine.
Good thing our drinking starter's pretty high now.
Please, take a seat, and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken,
I thought that's something to be
sent
like
you
that.
to von Berkhoff
Okay.
with a message.
There we go.
How did that go?
Not well. As we were approaching Trotsky, we were attacked by bandits. They killed all our men.
What?
We only got away by a hair's breadth. And we lost everything, including the message. We ended up in rags, like beggars. They wouldn't let us into the castle. After that, we tried to get by as best we could.
Good God. I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
Yes, but it was touch and go.
I like exciting stories.
Well, you'll love this one then. Apart from being ambushed and almost killed, Capon ended up on the gallows for poaching.
A nobleman on the gallows for poaching?
Well, he looked more like a tramp than a nobleman at the time. He really did have a noose round his neck, though. But it all worked out in the end.
Good gracious. But tell me, who ambushed you?
Well, that's interesting as well. Istvan Toth and some others.
What? That sneaky rat from Talmberg? He's still alive?
Not anymore.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
Death to the enemy.
What happened next?
Von Berghoff was attacked around the same time by the same men, so we thought we were on the same side as him. And we wanted to help him catch the bandits as a goodwill gesture.
Why didn't he catch them himself?
He tried. We found out for him that the bandits were holed up at Nabokov. When he sent his soldiers to their lair, we went with them. We wanted to be there and get Istvan.
And that's where you killed him?
No. We were nearly killed ourselves. Again.
By Istvan?
No, he wasn't there. The bandits were led by a fellow who fucked us right up, and von Bergov's entire force, too. He lured us into a trap and slaughtered everyone. Me and Capon were the only survivors.
It sounds like your guardian angel never gets a moment's rest.
There was some luck in it. But it was more that Zizka knew he could get a ransom for Capon.
Wait, Zizka? He's the one who almost killed you.
You know him?
Of course I do. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well.
And what the hell was Istvan Toth doing with him?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
Maybe.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then. After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side, and Istvan had to flee.
So when did you kill that bastard?
Not till some time later. Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zizka, we managed to escape.
Zizka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then.
Well, not so happy.
And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Bergov took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Ah, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as it happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
I must admit, I see his point. He has plans. He wants to take advantage of the truce while it lasts. And he doesn't want to provoke Sigismund into starting warring again. And he's probably right about Capon. Nobody's going to throw away the chance of a fat ransom, or waste a nice opportunity for blackmail.
It's true I can take care of myself. But the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace.
Oh, that's a good strategy, though.
What brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
What's this? What betrayal?
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Jobst's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
Thank you. You don't know how much it means to me.
Don't worry your head over it. If I was tortured, I'd tell them everything I knew before the iron was hot.
Well,
Me too, buddy. Me too.
thanks.
But I'd regret it as well. I don't like pain, that's all. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh, how's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And...
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
so?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malashov Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkhoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkhoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malashov? And if von Berkhoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malashov Fortress.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell 3 of us conquer a fortress, and one of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
Indeed it would.
The history of suicidal madness.
You can't just launch an assault on Malashov. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble.
Nah,
Capon
not really.
simply vanished.
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malashov belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who will help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
Come to think of it, I've no idea where we actually are.
Of course. I'd forgotten how you got here.
We're in the Jewish quarter, in the basement of the King Solomon Tavern, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here, but I will tell my people you are with us.
Thanks a whole lot.
I'll go and see Rutard
All
then.
right, I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days. What are you doing here in Kuttenberg?
That's a good question. Jobst thinks I'm his spy.
You're not.
I gave him some information before I had to go into hiding, but it's complicated. Jobst thinks, quite foolishly I might say, that he'll be able to make a deal with Sigismund.
You don't believe Job's plan will work?
Trusting your own plan tends to be a big mistake. It's better to assume something will go wrong. That's why I always have at least 2 plans, and the backup includes all of Sigismund's opponents. The city is full to the brim with them.
Indeed
Nearly
they
every
are.
noble house has lost some property to him. They can't do much on their own, but if they join forces, now that could make a difference.
Why are the Jews helping you?
Because I asked them to. Most Christians avoid Jews, and probably wouldn't even think of looking for something or someone here. Besides, the local Jewish community have no love for Sigismund or von Berkhoff, so I don't have to worry about someone ratting me out.
They know von Berkhoff.
Sadly, they do. Von Berkhoff instigated a pogrom in Prague. Not long ago, our new king gave him his blessing. Those who survived fled here or to Kolin.
Why would he need convincing? You said he had had a serious quarrel with Sigismund.
Sigismund has made many enemies in Kuttenberg. He kicked off important burghers from the council, confiscated patricians' property, and imposed taxes and duties on them. but he's not stupid. He hasn't completely beggared anyone, so they'd still have a lot to lose if they confronted him directly.
He just made them fear him.
I'd rather call it caution, but you're essentially right. It's complicated. This isn't chess, and the lords aren't all black or white. Each of them has their own interests. Just because they can't stomach Sigismund doesn't mean they'll side with us.
So you're sending me there to find out where he stands?
You could say that. I suspect he might be inclined to ally with us, but as I said, nothing is certain. If it works out, it will be a great accomplishment. Kunslin was respected among the former councillors.
Alright, that's enough. I'm done here. And just to make sure, I'm gonna speak to you one more time. Can I pickpocket you, or is it no dice? No dice. I'll see if I can go rob some keys from someone. Oh. We're not gonna do that right now. I'm inclined to go strange. I'm inclined to go up top and do this, and then this, and then this. So that's my inclinations right now. What's behind here? Ah, the tunnel. I think. Huh. Where the? Let's have a look around. You know. I feel like we've been down here. You know what I mean? I'm almost certain we have. I'm not walking for that, man. I can't be asked. Take far too long. Fuck all that, man. I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna go back up top. I don't think there's anything that cool down here anyway. If there is, I'll watch a YouTube video to find it. And just follow the video. Fuck all that noise. Oh, he just went to bed. Alright. Worst case scenario, he wakes up and we reload. I just want to know what's in here. If it's a skill book or not. No. Alright. Let's get out of here then.
My humble respects.
Moses is part on the Red Sea. I didn't want to do that, but okay. Oh yes, that's fine. Could do with some wine. I wonder, have we...
Oh, friend. Good doggy. Good boy.
Oh, we don't need this. Fine. And there's a guy in here. Can't pickpocket him. But I'm gonna see what's in his chest anyway. If he wakes up, he wakes up. No big deal. Bit of a tough one, that. I don't know why they put a very hard lock on that. Not like there's anything great in there. I wish the lock difficulty in some cases would be commensurate with the quality of the loot inside the lock. It's a little bit silly, but it isn't.
Don't kill him. This one's mine.
Some guy having a fight out there or some bullshit. They hit a bunch of dirty clothes in there. Let's go back downstairs. Nah. Oh, obviously the same place. Oh, we were here. Yeah, I know where this is. Have you been here before? I have access to it now. I wonder if you could actually go down there and see Yobst if you pushed through and just skip the entire quest, or if the door would be locked and it wouldn't open unless you had the quest. It's very possible. I'm gonna go up here. To be honest with you, to be real with you, this is what I want to do. I want to trigger the cutscene with these guys.
You, stop!
How are you?
Very well. Thanks for asking. Fancy a chat?
Maybe.
You share with people who like to...
Yeah,
No,
sure
let me
that.
see how... Here you go. I should think...
Thank God.
You guys have fun. You guys have fun. Hopefully the messenger guy will pop while we're going up here, but if not, then so be it.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
That random guy on the horse say that as he fucks off, never to be seen again. Yeah, okay.
Let's have a
toast.
Let's see this then.
Czy nie chce wskoczyć na konika? Ada, for fuck's sake. A wiesz co ona mi na to? She says she don't understand shit. Huh?
Shut the fuck up! Both of you!
A co ty taki wrażliwy?
Did Henry take his sweet time with a rope? Or are you this stupid from birth and I just forgot?
Nah, he's thicker now. If Henry let him choke any longer, he'd be drooling on his shirt.
Chcesz mordę?
Shut up! Fucking hell.
What biting your arse, devil? Huh?
I wanted to say I'm glad you and Ada are back. But I don't feel like it anymore.
No to my się sami napijemy. Na zdrowie! Yeah! To us!
You should raise a toast to Henry. You'd be dead if it wasn't for him.
Leave it be. You needed men, so I got them.
Don't be modest. You saved those arseholes' hides. And they won't even thank you.
Shishka's right, you ungrateful bastards. That we should all thank Henry for bringing us to the same table again. So, to Henry.
To me, then.
May he live long and longer for every drink.
Ah, how you drink, he live forever.
Well, but my vitality stat, I'm gonna do that anyway.
Don't start, you pair of cocks. To Henry.
To Henry.
Za tę śliczną cycatkę z łaźni. Only then? You have more, no?
Tell us about it, Henry. What happened?
Raniek's dead. God have mercy on him.
Somebody rammed dice down his throat.
Not quite. But it was dice that paid him back in the end.
Kurwa! Dał słowo, że tym razem na pewno wygra. Ale znamy się jak łyse konie. Miałem go lepiej pilnować. Don't feel bad, hey? He not want help and he don't deserve it.
Tell him how he died, Henry.
I also found Matthew, but he grew tired of your pack. He prefers robbing old crones by the road.
Zdradziecki, zapluty szczur. Jeśli wejdzie mi w drogę, zatłukę go, kurwa, jak świnie!
What did he say?
Nothing nice, I'd imagine. But he forgot to add, Kurva!
What about the rest?
And Bahuta, he has decided to redeem himself, so he could pass the Lord's judgment.
Co za jełop. Nawet Bóg ma go w dupie. Ha! He got to try hard. Wake up before sunrise, pray, give up meat and beer, and woman's. Fuck, poor bastard.
That's it. That's everyone.
So, we are the only ones?
unfortunately. But the best remained.
So, to loyal brothers in arms.
Yeah, to us! Long live us! W moim ogródeczku rośnie różyska. Napój mi, Maniusiu, mego kunicka. Nie chcę, nie napoję, bo się kunia, kurwa boję. Bo się kunia, kurwa boję, bo miejsce młoda!
Nice. We also have one like that.
Is he
A
pissing in the
teraz
fire?
ty, młodzieniaszku, dawaj!
What did he say?
He say you sing now.
I'd be delighted. Underneath our windows, water flows so clear. Take my little horse there and water him, my dear. I won't water him, though. No, I can't anymore.
Cudownie! Pięknie! Henry, my friend, Janusz love you. A mnie nie? You most, my sweet other.
Age.
No to wypijmy za to!
What did he say?
We drink to that.
Of course we'll drink.
Two last drop, Henry. That is the way. You tell us some story, eh?
Ah, you fellas are a pair of animals. But I love you.
Henry, our boy. Wycałuj go ode mnie, ty gnojku.
Age.
Oh, kurwa. I feel like shit.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens. How's Hobby looking? That's my hangover. Ooh. I mean, it's going down pretty quick, so we're pretty chill. Our drinking skills probably help him with that. Does it devolve into a different debuff, or does it just fuck off? We can keep drinking again. Fucks off. We're gonna drink one of these, and then one of these. Get some drink down us.
No proszę. Nieźle. Wyglądasz zdecydowanie lepiej niż Kubienka i Czart. Zdecydowanie. Zaprzyjaźnimy się.
Yes. Sure.
Alright.
I wanted... Well... You know... Then why...
We already did this, I don't know whether there's still a dialogue option. Oh well. What's all this nonsense about then, eh? Let's see what else he wants. I think we have to just go with the reinforcements we have for that one quest, but that's fine, I suppose.
So, how did your trial by fire go last night?
Well, I still have both my shoes. I woke up in bed alone, and it wasn't even full of puke. So I suppose it was a... success?
I'm jealous. At my age, a hangover is almost as bad as getting shot in the arse.
You always drink like that?
Almost always. The mornings are hard, but at least you clear your head. And often your stomach, too.
Why did they want to hang you?
I reckon my face bothered them. More likely they're pissed off I'm not a hypocritical fucker like they are.
And that's a reason for execution?
Unlike the hypocrites in the League of Lords, I'm not ashamed of what I am.
I know they call you Dry Devil.
Aye. They call me a lot of things, laddie. And that's what rankles the Lords, that I'm getting rich at their expense. And that's some fucking fat loot they stole from the king.
So you're on the king's side?
I'm on the side of whoever pays me, lad. And I'll tell you one thing. I've never gone back on my word. My noble word is my oath. Unlike that of bastards like von Bergau or von Rosenborg.
Have you been at war?
I fought in Moravia, and I'm still the hetman of the royal city of Znaim. You're just a yokel. So you hardly know what's been going on in the kingdom these last few years?
You're an experienced warrior, so teach me something.
Not a damn thing, lad. Not unless you pay me well. But
Fair.
first, bring me some good wine.
All right.
Good lad. Now, what do you want to know?
Hell yeah.
I want to see what you can do with a mace.
Ha ha! Good shot. All right then.
Yeah. We'll do the training, we'll get the combat technique, and then we'll ask him what's next.
I'd like to...
Where's that one?
Again?
Oh, wait!
All right.
Ready.
I need to get better at defense.
That weapon's not worth... All right then.
I don't know if we can pickpocket from him, but I'm not
I'd like
bothered.
to learn...
Why not? And since it's you... I've seen you fight. And you could be...
Okay.
I'll show you how to take out your opponent.
Sure.
I can see you like... The trick is about speed and surprise. After stabbing with the swords,
Okay,
you do
whatever.
it fast enough. The opponent...
Cool. Another longsword technique, W. Let's get the last
I'd
one.
like to learn...
Certainly. I'm just about... If you're a good lad. Or how to quickly send the... But it
Okay,
can only
whatever.
be done with a sword.
Sure.
Of course. The main thing is to attack from above. To quickly catch the... If you do it right... and now...
I'm gonna see if I can get my money back, but I don't think I can. I wouldn't be surprised if I can't. I really wouldn't be surprised if I don't have an option to rob from this guy. Yeah, didn't think so. Wasn't expecting it. We have all the sword techniques. We're missing one heavy weapons, one weapon shield, one polearm, 2 unarmed, and 2 long swords. That's pretty good, all things considered. Polearms is almost leveled up again. Level 18's not bad, not great. Level 20 will be fine, I guess. It'll be better once we get higher though. Heavy weapons is coming along pretty nicely too. Alright, so who is this over here? Before I ask him what's next. I think we've already exhausted all the training here, but I'm gonna make sure. Or maybe not.
Henry, crazy night, hey? We must do again.
I'm looking forward to it. My head's still ringing a bit, but the evening was worth it.
I never forget this evening ever. It is just start of long, beautiful, boozy friendship.
Yeah. Right, we've done all his teachings too. Is anyone else here? Someone over here. I think we've already got this guy's skill teachings too, but I'm just going to make sure. And then we'll see what's next for him. And then I suppose we will go take care of the reinforcement quest. I don't think it's going to trigger any other reinforcements, even though it's supposed to. Yeah. Alright, let's go see what's next for this guy. What I'm hoping happens here is, we'll say if we sort out the thing in the city yet, and we go no, and he goes, okay, you go do that, and then come back to us. That's kind of what I'm hoping happens here. So we can narrow down the main quest into like this one road. But we'll see.
So what's next, now that your band is back together?
Well, I've got Kubienka, Adar, and Janos. It's not much, but it'll have to do. Now we just have to figure out how to give hell to Sigismund.
What am I to do?
Zizka said you kept nagging him about that. Well, the lad taken by von Berkov at Nebakov.
You mean Lord Capon? I haven't made much progress.
Well, get a fucking move on then!
Yeah, I figured that would happen. Kind of how I hoped it would happen. That is giving us reinforcements here. I also hope this would happen too. By triggering that, it would give us these reinforcements. So that's perfect. It does look like we're not gonna get men hard though, so that's unfortunate.
Listen,
Really?
I'm in a sticky situation.
Could you go?
A slimy Hungarian baron is trying to... and he's looking for men to stop the...
And this young...
If we save it...
Say no more.
Well, maybe it won't be necessary in the end.
Clear as day.
Wait for us by the...
You wish us my...
I think that's the best we're gonna get for the ransom quest, to be honest. As I said, we should get the men hard trigger, but it's just not happening. So... it is what it is. Where's the 4 here now? Master of... this is crazy. I don't know who this is, but we'll take a peek, I suppose. This is the Tawny guy. This is the 4-man. It's a bug. This is the Tawny. I don't know what this is. 3 fights and a quest we can't trigger. I don't know who this is. We'll take care of this and we'll go see. Shiitake. Alright, where are we off to? Over here. We'll follow the road in case we encounter the messenger. And then we'll head over towards them and take care of it. I'm a little bit disappointed we can't get the men hard reinforcement to trigger, but you know, it is what it is. We've done all those quests. We've done his Tawny.
Quick.
Boy, it's just not popping up for us. Alright, well shit, man. We could also just save by Jan and see what see if Manhart will trigger. What?
Whoa, whoa.
What was that about?
I know you. We've met before.
Oh yeah, Hornet. That's not a name you forget in a hurry.
You're not wrong there. But your name seems to have slipped my mind.
Henry.
Oh, that's right. Exactly.
How have you been?
Did a brisk bit of business, I can tell you. I stuffed my purse to bursting.
I don't know who this guy is, to be honest.
You might have stolen something.
Watch what you're saying. I'd never do that.
I was just teasing.
I've been known to take on shady work, true enough, but never any thievery. So, fancy a fight?
Sure.
What was this great job?
I wound up in Grund, earning silver as a caravan guard. At first, me and a couple of others were driving wagons. But then they figured they were short of guards. They said it wasn't safe in the area, and that every extra hand they could muster would come in handy. The perfect job for me, as long as they pay, right? So I did a couple of runs, a bit of loading, and made a nice pile of coin.
And that's how you could afford all this gear?
Exactly. I thought I might try my luck at the tournament in Kuttenberg. What do you reckon?
Always worth a shot. You're not exactly a pushover.
That I am not. We'll see then. We'll see.
What are the rules?
I have 2. 1, 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pretty simple.
Exact. Take a sword, a mace.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, sure. We stop.
All right.
Let's fight.
Let's do it.
Exact. What do we fight?
Teach me
I have a
something.
proposition. If you win, if I win.
I recently took a man. If you win.
Bet.
That's my...
Ha!
Dude, come on.
Burn in hell.
Okay.
That was a good fight.
Good. Very good.
Poked him in the
Perhaps I'll have
face.
better luck next time.
No, not with
I
me.
promised you that punch in the mouth, didn't I?
No. You promised to teach me how to give a good punch in the mouth.
All right, all right. In a fight, don't aim for the chin. Aim for the jaw. More towards the ear. When you land a punch there, it works wonders on people. Most times, The wonder is how they drop like a rag doll.
That sounds good. Thanks.
How much did it give? Not a lot, but that's fine. Actually, it could be a lot. It could have been a decent amount of progress. You don't know. It just costs a lot of XP to level up at this point.
Go.
It is what it is. Was that other quest still at the inn? It is. Alright, big bet. Did I keep wanting to progress the main quest and then more and more side quests just keep on popping up? It's like, okay, I feel like I'm getting somewhere, and then no, there's just more and more and more and more and more and more and more. It's pretty crazy. Alright.
Whoa!
I thought I wasn't gonna make it through that, to be honest.
Is this your first time riding a horse, you moron?
Not my fault, you walked right into it.
Who do they think is going to clean up after them?
Can I have a word?
Another quest, who are you?
Was there something you wanted?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. What's your name, pal?
Henry.
Kvietoslav. Pleased to meet you. Well, Henry, you can't read and write by any chance?
I can.
Brilliant. You're just the man I've been waiting for.
Really? What do you need?
Someone trustworthy who could help me write this business letter.
And you were just waiting in case one happened to walk past? Isn't there a scribe in Kuttenberg?
Of course there is. It's just that I don't trust the bugger. And his assistant, even worse. While you strike me as a trustworthy fella. What's more, I can tell at first glance you ain't local, so my trade secrets are of no use to you.
So, you want me to write a letter for you and keep it hush-hush?
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Alright, sure.
What kind of letter is it, exactly?
Like I said, it's an important business letter. There's some matter I need to settle with this Kuttenberg burger.
Are you offering him something?
Aye. You could say that, actually. It's kind of like a business offer.
What do I get?
What do I get for writing it?
A whole heap of coin, pal. It's really important for me. I don't mind giving you a groschen for every word.
Really? How long will the letter be?
Very long. There's a lot I need to say.
Alright, sure.
Alright. I'm certain we can work something out.
Brilliant. But before we get started, could you take a look at this? Just to test you.
What's this supposed to be?
I was given this here parchment by one wandering student. He said it's a love poem.
How many miles you've wandered at such a grueling pace? Rest your feet, dear maiden. Sit here upon my face. That sounds more like bawdy verse than a love letter.
Is that what it says? Bugger. You know what? You can keep it. But it's clear you can read, so let's get down to work.
Where are we going to write the letter? I can see neither parchment nor an inkwell here.
Oh no, we can't write it here. Too many curious ears round here.
Well then...
You have to go to Kuttenberg, in the northern part of town, known as the Miners' District. I have my office. Enter the city by that gate. Keep going straight until you pass the town hall. Keep the markets on your right. Go as far as the city wall, and there it is. The building may look a bit run down from outside, but don't worry about that. Go in, and my business partners will be waiting for you there.
Hold on. You're not coming with me?
I'm afraid I've got things to be doing. But don't worry. My partners know what to do, and they'll pay you.
Can't you tell me anything more about the letter?
Nothing to tell. Like I said, I'm in a wrangle with this rich burger, and I need to get him to come to the table. And what better way than a nicely written letter?
Right, so I go to the city, and in the Miners' District, I find your office. Well, they'll dictate the letter to me and pay me.
That's right. There's one more thing, though. Tell them two in the office that justice is worth more than silver, so they know it's me what sent you.
You have a password? Why?
You know, when coin's at stake, you can't trust anyone. But that's enough chit-chat. Off you go, don't keep them waiting. And welcome to the world of Kuttenberg businessmen. Farewell, my
Alright.
friend.
Same to you.
So be it. I guess we'll put this quest off for a little bit longer. We'll go over there. We will check the quests, see if we can't get Manhart to trigger, which I don't think we can. I think this is a pointless hope. A hope in vain, one might even say, but we'll see. We will see. Oh, I think this is Catherine's quest. Up there. Interesting.
Christ, pardon me.
Very interesting. I'm gonna see what she has to say then. This shit just keeps popping up. Energy and nourishment are fine.
You said you needed some help with something.
When did you
What's
say
going
that,
on?
Henry?
Something's happened. Oh, a real mess. And I need help from someone reliable.
What is it?
When I was fishing around for information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit too wide. And one of the servant girls I questioned was just found dead.
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be asking you for help.
I'll help you. Tell me all about it. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl. She worked as a maid. I heard they found her all hacked up. Tossed somewhere by the town wall. Oh, folk in town are saying it was absolute slaughter.
Absolute
they took the
cinema.
body to the morgue by the St. Peter and St. Paul cemetery.
I'll go take a look at her. See if I can find anything.
I think that would be for the best. Though, I don't think it'll be a very pretty sight. You can ask the gravedigger for details. He'll know the most.
Alright. I'm getting a little bit burnt out, I'm not gonna lie.
When did you last see the girl?
Around a week ago?
And did you notice anything suspicious about her?
Not at all. She was always cheerful, lively. She was looking forward to a dance. Though I'm afraid she won't be dancing ever again.
What was Alice trying to find out for you?
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard from her master. And lately, what the other maids in town were saying.
And did you learn anything important from her? Something someone would kill her for?
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to confession, those sorts of things. So you'll have to figure out the rest for yourself.
What about your other girls? Are they alright?
Yes, fortunately. I'm careful enough to keep them pretty much in the dark about my plans. That's why Alice's death shocked me so much.
What are you gonna do next?
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious. If someone is following them and the like, but
But you don't want to scare them.
I'm scared myself. For them. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. If someone was to follow me, I could give them away. And I can't risk that. I don't want anyone else to die because of me.
What if I go and see them?
They don't know you, Henry. You'd only scare them. I'll figure something out. In the meantime, find out everything you can about Alice.
Yeah.
Do you think there could be something bigger behind the murder?
I don't know. Maybe she just got caught up in something. But it's strange. Why would someone do her like that? That's the kind of thing you do when you want to send someone a message.
Why did you ask me in particular for help?
Because you're the only one I know here.
Aha.
But don't take it the wrong way. I'm actually glad it's you. You're pretty reliable. Not even Zhishka would be of much help to me here.
Aha. Thanks. I know everything I need.
Good. Go to that graveyard, talk to the gravedigger, and take a look at that poor girl's body. In the meantime, I'll try to find out more. Then we'll put it all together, and I'll be damned if we can't come up with something.
I want to ask.
But of
I know all there is to know.
What the problem right now is that I really want to do the main quest, but more and more side quests just keep on popping up over and over again. Like I said I thought I was almost done like 3 hours ago, and then there's still just more and more and more and more and more popping up. Hopefully once we get these two done, we'll check on Menhard, get this done, and then it'll be a just the main quest. I'm trying to get this to pop. I don't think we're going to get Menhard's help at all. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that part is just booked out and it's not going to appear as an option. That's alright. It's not like we need it, you know? Because even if there's like an achievement to get all the reinforcements possible, I can't get all the reinforcements possible because I killed a few of them in the very beginning of the game. So it's just not gonna happen. Huh. This is peculiar.
Who are you? And what are you doing here, lad?
I'm Henry. I'm supposed to help you write a letter?
Oh, right. Kwiatoslav sent you, didn't he? And there's something you're supposed to tell us now.
Justice is worth more than silver?
Great. You know the password. Let's get down to it right away, shall we?
First, tell me why there's all this secrecy around this letter. And why are we meeting here? It doesn't look like an office.
Well, that's the way it's done in Kuttenberg. There's a lot of coin at stake, so we take precautions. And secrets that everyone knows are no secrets.
But you don't mind getting a complete stranger to write the letter?
Of course we mind. But what choice do we have? If Kwiatoslav sent you, we'll take the risk.
Let's see. Let's do it.
All right. Let's get to it.
Right. A nice, polite beginning. Greetings, Master Markhold. I hope you are in good health. And good spirits. And likewise, your wife.
Never mind his old woman. Is he even married? A prick like that would bully a woman to death. Write this. You fucking arsehole. Release them and pay up, or we'll fuck you up.
We can't be so brutal. We have to be more polite. Markhold is a merchant. He's all about coin. We need to, you know, sell it to him.
He ain't no merchant. He's a murderer. Or do you think Thomas went off to see the world in his old age? He got rid of him when we started getting suspicious.
So? Thomas was a bastard anyway.
I'm just saying we have to stick it to Markhold brutally, so he doesn't think we're afraid of him.
Bollocks. If we do that, he'll think there's no talking to us. We have to do it with a silver tongue.
Suit yourself. For all I care, you can just draw the fucking thing. It'll be shit anyway.
Well, do it like I said. So, dear Master Markhold, I hope this letter finds you in good spirits.
Markhold? I don't know him.
And you don't need to. He's a rich bastard. His house is close by, just beyond the town hall. Tailor's shops on either side of it.
Well, it occurred to me it might help me to write the letter.
He is an important man, and dangerous, and crafty, and that's all you need to know.
I'll make it sound a bit more refined. Greetings. I trust that this correspondence will find you in good health. Done. Next.
We are writing to you about a serious matter concerning our deal.
That you fucked us over on, you cheating scum!
Would you please let me compose this letter?
All right, forget I spoke.
Now, where was I? I am writing to you in regards to a serious matter concerning our deal, which did not exactly go well.
Draw it. Improve it.
We are writing to you in good faith that we can resolve this misunderstanding, which was surely unintentional. What's next?
Right. What was it I wanted?
To get to the point?
Why don't you get to the door and fuck off? If you keep sticking your nose in, we'll never get it written.
Real.
You'll never get
Shut
it
up,
written
Ranyak.
if you don't get to the point. But suit yourself, I'll shut up.
So, it didn't end up well. We would like, like this. We expect from you some remedy that will lead to improving things for both sides. If you refuse, it will lead to some deep shit, misfortune.
What did it do?
What did that fella actually do to you?
You'll find out sometime, maybe.
Write and it'll all become clear.
All right. I'm writing.
Improve it.
We ask you to rectify the situation to the satisfaction of both sides in this dispute. Your refusal, on the contrary, would result in your own downfall. Written. Next.
All right. Write this. Let our mates go free. Otherwise, we'll go to the powers that be and they'll kick your arse for you. Or your backside, or something polite.
Finally.
The powers that be? Have you got some dirt on him? What the hell did the fella do?
That's none of your concern. The less you know, the better.
Ah, come on. I'm helping you, aren't I? I deserve a little honesty, don't I?
You do, and that's why I'm being honest with you. The less you know, the better.
Alright, so be it. Let's improve it.
Free our captive brothers. Otherwise, we shall report your dishonesty to King Sigismund, and he shall see to your prompt punishment. Ah! Carry on.
Aye. Once they return to us safe and sound, we'll clear off and you'll never see us again. And your secret will be safe.
Ha! You don't really believe he'll let us go just like that?
Why not? If we disappear, he'll be out of danger. Him and his silver.
He'll
The
be
silver?
safe as long as he kills us.
Shut up, you idiot.
You shut up, you fool.
What was that about silver?
Nothing.
Don't give me that. I heard you.
All right, tell him. It don't matter now anyway.
Us and Markle made a deal. We stole silver for him. He took it out of the region and flocked it and gave us a cut.
Except he never actually paid us, the bastard.
So we started to set aside a bit of everything we nicked. Selling raw silver here in the city ain't exactly safe, but you can manage if you do it little by little.
Except that fucker Marco got wind of it, took our mates captive, and won't let them go till we give it all back to him.
You didn't have to tell him that. What if he shits himself and scarp us?
Don't worry, he's a good lad. He'll help us and he'll be rewarded. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Of course you're right. I'm in with you. Silver is lovely. What do you want me to write then?
As soon as our mates come back safe and sound, we'll clear off and you'll never see us again.
What's the improved
Once
vision to
our
be?
brothers have returned to us safe and sound, we shall vanish from these parts, and you shall never hear from us again. Done.
Maybe some polite parting?
Like, go fuck yourself, shitbag.
We can't put that in the letter, surely. That's definitely not done. We'll do it politely. Yours trustingly in your wise decision, the Mining Brotherhood.
Improve it.
With regards and trust in your wisdom, yours, the trustworthy men of the honest Brotherhood of Miners.
I kind of want to see what the dialogue
That's
options
that.
for if you choose to
The letter
draw
is
it
finished.
as a picture.
Great. Give it to me so I can seal it and have it delivered. We are grateful for your help.
We are. And we're sorry for what we have to do now.
Can't we just leave it be?
He knows too much. What if he goes to the bailiff?
Oh, it'd be no good to him anyway. Does he know about our camp on Sukov Hill? Kurva. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
You must be the biggest idiot in the region. There's no way we can let him go now.
Fuck. Yeah. Sorry, lad. You're out of luck, I'm sad to say.
Can't we make some kind of deal?
Look, that really isn't necessary. We can still help each other out, can't we?
How is that?
Someone still has to deliver the letter, eh? And the two of you can't, because he'll seize you right away.
So what? We can just grab anyone off the road and they'll deliver it for us.
Well, maybe. But how can you be sure they won't just throw it in a ditch or give it to someone else?
Why would they?
Who knows? But that's not the point. What I mean is, I'm the best man for the job you've got.
Maybe. And what do you get out of it?
Well, I get to keep my head on my shoulders. And maybe a small reward?
Maybe.
You believe him?
Why not? Silver has a way of shutting mouths.
Sometimes forever, if you're not careful. All right then, we can do it your way.
It's not like he would win anyway.
Take the letter and deliver it to Master Marcold of Loney. He lives in a big stone house on the lower marketplace, next door to a tailor's. Got that?
Just make sure you don't tell him anything. Some miner gave you some coin to deliver a letter, and you did it, because you're a decent fella.
You don't have to wait for a reply, but watch how he reacts to the letter. If it goes well and Marcold lets our mates go with them to Sukov. There'll be a nice pile of silver waiting there for you. Don't you worry.
But if you betray us, there'll be a nice sharp blade waiting for you instead.
And if we see you going to the bailiff instead of Marcold's place, you're a dead man.
All right. I'll hand it over. Keep my mouth shut. Mum's a word. Don't worry.
Talking big, but it wouldn't last 10 seconds in a fight.
What are you still here for?
We're not turning them over. Maybe maybe being pieces of shit, but that's because they don't want the word getting out, you know? Take the letter to the shaft owner. B. I thought I saw 2 question markers there, I was gonna be concerned. Let's do it. Let's go give him the letter. Come on. Hopefully this will work out, and hopefully it's not short yet, and we can just go speak to him.
And I keep getting splinters from it. No,
Is he in the tavern?
I'm sorry.
Hopefully he's not asleep.
I will.
a mind to reply straight away. But I won't...
Don't care about that.
Wasch dich!
I'm looking for Master Markold.
Das bin ich. What do you want? Spit it out, I've no time to waste.
Some fella gave me this letter and said I should give it to you.
Was? What fella? What did he look like?
Heads, 2 arms, 2 legs. Look like a miner.
Give me the letter. What? None of them could have written this. It's almost like an Einladung to a royal banquet. How did you get hold of this letter?
Some bloke just shoved it in my hand along with a few groschen. He said you're expecting it.
Strange, but whatever. The main thing is, what to do about it. Were you told to wait for a reply?
No. They said they'd know straight away if you'll listen to them or not.
Wirklich? If that is how it is, I should listen, no? And fast.
What should I do then?
You? Right. Right. Here's a few groschen and you can run along. By the way, do you know where Lowshed's Gate is?
Somewhere in the north of the city, isn't it? The vineyard's just beyond it.
Ausgezeichnet. Soon a couple of miners will turn up nearby. Looking like they haven't seen daylight for God knows how long. Something tells me they'll be pleased if you tell them you brought me the letter.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Well, looks like it worked out.
Innkeeper, that beer?
Looks like it worked out just fine. No, we're not doing that. So we go over here, do this, and then we can wrap up this, wrap it up there too. Yeah. Then we'll speak to Manhard one last time, but I don't think it's going to trigger for the reinforcements. And then we will try and see what we can do to make... What's that green day? Huh. Then we'll try and make the quest for that other guy pop. I don't know if we can or not, but... what time are they appearing? We'll save and then we'll just wait an hour at a time. Here they are.
You must be Kviatoslav and Myslibors mates, eh? You're free at last. I reckon you know where to go now, right?
Well, aye, we do, but who the hell are you?
A messenger, and a good Christian. I brought the message that secured your freedom.
Really? I owe you one then, pal.
Well, you can thank me later. Now we should all vanish quick, before Markold changes his mind about letting you go.
You're right. Are you going with us?
Sure.
Sure. I'll go right along with you. I was promised something anyway.
I'd say you've earned it. I was beginning to think we were done for. Let's go then.
Perfect.
What are you doing out there at night?
Right. Job done. Letter delivered. Markold didn't even get too angry.
I'm surprised. That fucker's a sneaky bastard who'd seize Jesus Christ himself if he thought he'd have something out of it.
Well, I'd never have thought it of him. He just sat there smiling.
Smiling? Christ, laddie, that sent shivers down my spine. Just when I thought we were in the clear.
Ah, come on. What are you afraid of? After all...
What was that?
I can take him.
Ausgezeichnet. I found you at last. For a while I was afraid you'd escape.
Fuck. How did you find us, you bastard? Did you double-cross us, lad?
What? No, this isn't my fault.
Nobody had to double-cross anyone. I just had to have you secretly followed.
What?
Naja, what else could I do? That letter made it clear to me you won't stop causing trouble.
We'll just
So
kill
what
him.
now? Have you come to kill us all?
You're all long dead anyway, meine Brüder. You just don't know it yet.
Let's fight.
Kindly shut your mouth, Markhold. You're giving me a headache.
You won't have a head to ache soon. At them!
There's no way I'm doing a stat check to wear my way out of this.
Kindness door. You won't get away with that, bastard!
You got him! Let's him up!
Thanks to God and the Blessed Virgin.
It's just dead. I need a bunch of money too. I'll take this back. I wonder what Henry's handwriting is like. And cheap wine. That'll go down nicely. Right, what else have we got? Some more keys. We'll always take them. Ooh, some fine wine. Hell yeah. Oh, one of the miners died. Oh well. Sucks to suck, I guess.
What are you doing out there at night?
Whew. That was a close shave.
Damn right it was. That bastard, he followed us to the camp. Here, lad, your reward. You deserve it.
Oh, thanks. And next time, find someone else to write your letters.
That's fair. None of the named Kyles died, so that's whatever, man.
Can I help you with something? You can't just stroll around here without so much as a... What's that you've taken, you bastard? Get over here, or I'll call the gods. Get moving!
You have nothing of value, so I will be leaving now.
Next time, don't come in here without...
Shut up. Oh. I don't know where that letter... Oh, you can't actually read it. Okay. Crazy way. Anyway. Let's do this other quest. And then we should be about ready. Oh, I'm gonna make it there actually. And then we will do this. Alright, I'm coming in.
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them that can speak do.
I'm Henry.
Greetings,
You guys
Henry.
already know each other, why are you
What do
acting like
need?
this?
I hear there was a murder here recently. Some young girl?
True. True. She's lying in the morgue. But who the hell are you? Another Gawker?
Another? Why would anybody come to look at her?
People ain't got no respect. As soon as news spread about what was done to her, folk are always turning up to have a gawk. So if you ain't one of them Gawkers, you must be one of them other types. Well, no, you can't shave her. No.
What?
No thumb for a souvenir.
I don't want to take anything. I need to find something out.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
I'm in service of the Lords of Lipa. I'm to find out who was responsible for this murder.
What do the Lords of Lipa care about a dead girl?
Truth be told, not much. But it's at the request of her master.
Ah, that makes more sense. At least someone is trying to sort this out. The others weren't so lucky.
It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. But I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers and collectors?
No, no. He actually tried to help.
No way.
How?
Well, he was investigating them others.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases. Lumiere said they was all killed by the same murderer.
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first one what was killed, but that was a long time ago.
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows are squawking about it.
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
I see. There's been one every few weeks for the past year.
I wonder if this is a Jack the Ripper reference. But then, I don't know, I don't think she's a prostitute.
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you want to do there?
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
That can help you?
That's worth a try.
I heard she was killed by the town walls, close to the Hole in the Wall, a dodgy tavern in the Hoprink neighborhood.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff. I think he was a scribe.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle, though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk. But Lumiere, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was troubling them.
I'd like to speak with Lumiere. Do you know where I can find him?
At his home in Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
I'd like to speak with...
At his home in... I don't know...
Oh, I see. No, we're good here.
It's my... Actually, wait a mo. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead maid. I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses. So either there or in the morgue with that poor dead girl.
Thanks again, Master Gravedigger.
Farewell.
And this is going a little bit too crazy. But, you know. It's what it is. Let's investigate the body first. What's in here? Nothing. I don't know if I need that. No. Oh well.
So, let's see what we have here.
Why did he zoom in on the dead, rotting feet?
My God. Someone really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood. Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place they found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look. Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards? Did he really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that sick, could they? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. I don't even know what colour it was. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy? Just some scratches and bruises, that's all. The killer probably surprised her. She didn't even have time to defend herself. So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they aren't by the body. He also cut off most of her hair. He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning? Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine.
Indeed. I agree with that assessment. The same assessment I would have made. D then E, I guess. I think it's one more over.
Maybe next time I'll even fight. I've been taking lessons at the Fechthalle, and I've learned quite a bit.
Alright, I'm dropping you here.
Are you Barbara? I'm told you knew Alice.
Alice. Aye. She was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years, in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Oh, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master is a bit strict, but he's fair.
What's his name? Can I speak to him?
Why? But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumir.
Well, if you're interested, go and see him. Maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone. Why?
I'd like to talk to him as well.
But I don't know who it was. Alice said he was rich and dressed nicely. But she promised him she'd never tell anyone his name.
And you never saw him?
No, never. I don't even know where she met with him.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No. Nobody saw or heard nothing. One day, she just didn't come home. And then, they found her. Like this.
It's awful what they did to her.
She was such a pretty girl. And that beautiful brown hair of hers. And it didn't even leave that untouched. Who could have cut off her hair like that? And why? None of it makes sense.
So, I'll leave you to mourn in peace now.
Good day to you.
Greetings.
W clue. Brown hair. What I was looking for. I'm covered in blood. Let's get rid of that shit. Alright.
It happens.
No, it doesn't. You should get out the way and it won't happen.
Lumir?
Oh. Christ, my head. Not so loud.
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
That's some hangover. He's useless to me like this. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off, I'll have to get him some kind of cure or potion. This should so... No.
Oh.
Alright, let's go get one of them, here the fox potions, whatever the fuck they're called. Luckily the tavern isn't too far away. Go get some.
God be with
Right.
you.
Yeah, shut up. I don't know where it is. It's here somewhere.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
It's around here somewhere. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. Is it higher up?
I'm sorry.
It is. Alright, let's get away. Let's get the shit we don't need. And then we'll get what we need. Why isn't this equipped? Alright, here we go. Running low on wine. Get some more of that. Give me all of them. What is it? Hair the fox or hair the dog? Hair the dog. Right, everything we need. Let's have some alcohol. And then let's go give him the potion. And then we'll go look at this, I suppose.
I apologize.
I don't know how much more this quest it is. I'm hoping there's not too much. I really want to get this quest just sorted and done. So we can just focus on the main quest. That's all I've been wanting to do for a long time now. But the more and more quests just keep appearing.
Oh, this should... Here. Better?
What? Who... What are you doing here? Who are you?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want from me?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl. And I was sent to you.
To me? What for?
Are you Lumiere from the Rat House? The scribe?
I used to be. Now I'm just Lumiere the Madman.
They say that about you. Why?
Because I was just on some wild goose chase. And what came of it? Absolutely nothing.
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You can't help that girl anymore, anyway. You'll just end up hurting yourself.
Come now, Lumiere.
Poor girls. Nobody was all that interested in it, except for me. We let it be in the end. We let a monster walk among us. No way. You can't solve this yourself.
Watch me.
I'm not doing it for myself. I'm afraid he might kill one of my friends.
A friend, eh? That's not good. Not good at all. I searched high and low. And what did I get out of it? Just mockery. What makes you think you can find out more than I did?
I can get the truth out of people.
Because I know people, and can easily convince them. In the end, they spill their guts.
Is that so? What about me? You think I'll spill my guts too?
A moment ago you were moaning in pain, and now you're deliberating whether or not to tell me what you know.
All right. Talk to me. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid.
A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid too. As were most of the other victims. What did she look like? What did he do to her?
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her.
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down.
Do you think it's the same murder?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and then...
I think this is a Jack the
If
Ripper
it's not all the
reference.
same person. They must be collaborating
But
somehow.
I don't know, man.
This is the 6th one. How long has he been killing?
Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months. Sometimes weeks. But I'm including missing girls. Stanya and Zdena.
Why are you counting the missing girls?
Because I think someone killed them, and we just haven't found them yet.
Did the dead girls have anything in common?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background, no. I couldn't find much.
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor, and nobody will miss them?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned.
But why does he even kill in the first place?
I don't know. Maybe he hates women. Damn it. I feel like I'm going in circles and can't get out.
Oh my god, okay. Let's lock in. We got this.
Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the Church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. The murderer is usually someone close, you know. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the two girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But who knows? Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Only there was a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own, and the people there aren't very forthcoming with information.
Did you suspect anybody?
You could suspect every second man there. Those people have nothing but thievery and deceit in their eyes. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all that chatty either.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this Mole? In the hole?
Yeah. He still runs the place.
See.
And what about that Zdena? You said her body was never found.
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time looking for it. Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more digging.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Maybe the prettiest of them all. Young, beautiful. A real live one. Lively as the devil. She was a thief. A pickpocket. I never could pin it on her, though. She always found some way to get out of it.
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of Strunad. Quite a number. He's always sitting in the hole, boozing. When I asked him about Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great help.
And what about the other two victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse maid. They called her Chestnut. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. So I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors circling around her, but she refused them all. She knew she was pretty, and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother. Where can I find her?
In the graveyard, lad. The poor woman died of grief. It's sad to say, but we can't help those two dead girls now. And they can't help us with our investigation either. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about them.
Why were you looking into it? Who were those dead girls to you?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff. Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver, silver, silver. Mining it, smelting it, stealing it. There's always something going on. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades, from one rich man to another, settling their quarrels. Often trivial nonsense.
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords in the city.
Exactly. There are common folk, too. There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more serious. So when one of them came to the bailiffs one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself. I was pretty good at it, too.
Behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until recently.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
Did you have any suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And they threw up at the sight. Or fainted.
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act. I'd swear none of them did it.
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims here. And I believe they were all murdered by the same killer. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4, the most recent ones. By now, we won't learn anything about the first 2. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. She was raised by Father Prokop from the Church of St. Peter and Paul. He should know the most about her. The next were Stanya and Zdena. Their bodies weren't found, but we assume they also became victims of the same murderer. They both hung around a tavern they called the Hole in the Wall. Stanya was an alehouse maid, and Zdena a pickpocket. And the last victim is Alice now, also a maid. What they all have in common is that they were young, beautiful, and brunette.
Good. I know everything I need to know.
When you learn something more, stop by and see me. You've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad. I hope you won't disappoint me.
Chat, I think I'm gonna go to bed once we finish this
I
quest.
ask you about those... Did the dag...
Aside from being...
Do you think somebody is killing...
Certainly.
But why did...
I don't know.
Good.
When you learn...
I feel like it's gonna take a little bit longer than I thought it might. And it is 1 AM. I've been streaming for almost 16 hours. Chat, I'm tired. I was falling asleep during that conversation. So, I think we wrap this up. Hold on. Huh. We're going to redo that conversation because that got rid of one of the quest objectives, annoyingly enough. Let me try this. Alright. Oh wait, no, this isn't it.
I wanted to ask you... Did the dag...
Aside...
Do you think...
Certain...
But why...
I don't know.
Good.
Oh, that's still too late. Alright, we reloaded. Let's go investigate the body.
Excuse me.
For some reason, talking to Lemire gets rid of it. And then we'll just quickly skip through all that dialogue again. I don't know why doing this gets rid of this part of the quest, but it does, stupidly enough. Alright. Let's go.
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow.
Here we go. Down here. Ba-no, ba-no, ba-no. Let's go have a little look at the crime scene. Alright, here we are.
This is the place. There's a lot of blood and some footprints. I'm not sure how much more I'll be able to find. Christ, there's a lot of blood. After seeing what they did to the girl, I'm not surprised. I can't make anything out of this. The whole town's been walking around here. There could have been one killer or a dozen. I'm surprised I haven't completely trampled out the blood. I'm not sure I'll be able to find any remains. I wonder what happened to them. It's hard to make out, but I think I see some slashing from a blade. So, there's still a lot of blood left, but I expected even more. I found some faint blade marks. Either the others were trampled out, or someone skilled was wielding it. It didn't look to me like any remains were left lying around. I've no idea what he did with them. Did he keep them or throw them away?
That was a little bit useless then, I suppose. I guess I will go back up top, skip through his dialogue, and then we'll continue. I'm gonna cut the video, we don't need to see it again. Alright, we've spoken to Lumiere again. We're up to this again. A, B, C, D, F, G, H. Strange. I'll do H first since we're already here.
Greetings.
And then I guess we'll go to the hole in the wall. Yeah. Don't know who it is, but there's someone here. You, Father Prokop, that makes sense, I suppose.
Do you? What brings you here?
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
That's not why I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body lying by the city walls. And I hear it's not the first time this has happened.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her eternal rest. Why is it you ask?
Somebody is murdering maids here. We have to put an end to it.
Yes, yes, but those poor souls are already at God's side, and revenge never...
I don't want revenge. I want to stop more killing. That's a better reason, isn't it?
True enough. What do you need to know?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that, don't you? What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka? She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Where did you know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarka always went there to listen to music.
Why do you think it was William? Do you have any evidence?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely not.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side. But at least everyone knew Yarka wasn't my own daughter.
No offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family? I would have been lost.
I was a bit, son. When she was smaller, it was fine, but when she grew up a bit, maybe I was too hard on her.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had to go. It wouldn't look right.
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarko was an orphan, with no family and no possessions. Her only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction, the more she resisted me.
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own. More so, since she was my brother's.
But how come?
The church's property always remains the church's. They keep a close eye on that.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran around with all sorts. And how did it turn out? She died. And in sin. Such a disgrace.
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
Why don't you respect Lumir?
That's my business. You needn't concern yourself about that. I won't tell you anything.
Come now, Father. I'm not just asking out of curiosity. This is about all the dead girls. Isn't it written in Scripture, speak up for those who have no voice?
A layman quotes the Bible to me. Fine. Lumir accused me of her murder.
What?
Yes. He slandered me in public.
And how... What happened then?
It turned out he was deranged. How could he even think such a thing? He's finished in Kuttenberg.
I've heard enough, Father. I'll be going.
Son, I'll give you some good advice. Don't listen to Lumir. That man has gone completely mad.
Chat, I want to be honest. My eyes are closing. That conversation just wanted nothing more than to sleep. So I really hope this quest isn't like another hour long of content. Really hope so. I guess we'll find out. Guess we will find out. If my energy level was represented as a stat on Henry's panel, it would probably be like 30, maybe less, maybe 20. I don't know, man. We got this. We gotta lock in. We gotta finish this quest, and then we go to bed. I'm kind of gutted that we didn't really get to the quests I wanted to get to, but
Are you going to do laundry today?
Aye, of
that's
course.
what it is.
Good day to you.
What's...
Nothing.
Did Estania work here?
Stanya. Maybe. It depends on who's asking.
I am.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main thing is whether it's a good guest or a bad guest asking. What kind of guest are you, Henry?
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you know how to recognize a good guest?
By whether he's got coin.
Aye. No coin, no wine. As a wise man once said, I like talking to folks with coin. A lot. So, what'll it be, my good man?
What if I simply paid you, and you tell me what I want to know?
Ask away.
I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know more. What's it to you?
I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked.
The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was gone. All I found were bloody footprints.
Huh?
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer. Or is it time to pay?
What?
If you want to ask, you have to drink. Didn't you get that?
You're quite the extortionist.
I prefer to be called an enterprising man of trade. So, what'll it be?
I don't want to pay you any more. I think you could answer my questions directly and not always try to wheedle money out of me. That makes it look like you might have some motive for keeping me from finding out anything about that murder.
Nonsense. How could you think that? Come on. Ask me anything you want.
Did anybody see what actually happened when Stanya disappeared?
No, it was at night. Nobody saw or heard anything. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't meet many people on the street, neither.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but she also had another suitor.
Someone from the city?
No, a charcoal burner. I heard he was from somewhere in the, Verchlitz Valley. I think his name was Barton?
If this quest is taking us out of the city, I'm just gonna end it here and go to bed. I don't have the energy for a 2-hour-long quest right now.
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. What more can I say? He called himself William. As far as I know, he plays in the miners' tavern in the evenings. But sometimes he shows up here, too.
You think he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out of town for a while and only came back not long ago. It could be him, all right. I know he met with some odd people and talked about God knows what, like bloody spies. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity makes the thief.
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, did anyone else know Stanya? I mean, more intimately.
Well, I got bad news for you. She had 2 close friends, but you won't get much out of either of them.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared. And she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open. Most of her things were gone, but some remained. And there was blood all over the place.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints. But they were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you. In the Verchlitz Valley.
Could you be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. All I know is he's a charcoal burner. So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around the charcoal kilns.
That's all I need to know.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So you should be. Can you guys get out the way? Can you stop into the lock in and make sure you have nothing else? Yeah.
Take care, friend.
Greetings to you.
Alright. I'll talk to this guy and take stock of the situation. And then I think we're just gonna end it
Are
here.
you Sternad?
For now.
The one that went with Zdenna?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
Well then, piss off. You won't get any answers here. All you're gonna get here is a kick in the teeth.
Wouldn't end very well.
Why so rash? That kind of attitude will do you no favors. Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Zdenna, and I'll make sure you're no worse for wear.
Ah. You're the lord what that whore robbed. Don't worry about it. She weren't nothing but a lying bitch.
So, if I understand correctly, we can make a deal?
For the right price, I'll tell you all I know.
Is this the right price?
You fucking bet it is. Ask away and I'll tell you everything.
Where can I find Zdenna?
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know too. Last time I saw her... Well, that'd be back when she managed to fleece you.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to find her.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Ravstein Mill. It's quite a long ways away. She had some unfinished business with some bloke called Pint. Ain't nobody seen her since then.
What can you tell me about Zdenna?
What do you want to hear? I try to keep her out of trouble, but there's just no helping some women.
So you were taking care of her?
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she wanted. Always made her mind up and did things her own way.
So you weren't too fond of her?
Not really, no. But she did have a knack for making coin.
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more? Did anybody come here to see her?
Who come to see that bitch? She was always off somewhere, seeing someone. Although, once...
Someone came to see her?
Well, aye. Some stuffed frock came here once. All old and decrepit. He said he had some job for her. That she should leave behind her sinful life and all that shit. But he left empty-handed. She told him to go to hell.
Do you know who that priest was?
Some fucking Prokop or Pravoslav or some such shit. But that reminds me. I saw her a couple of times with another bastard. That fucking bard, William.
And could she have run away with this bard, William?
With that lily-livered fop? Well, he ain't been seen in town for some time, but I think someone was out to get him. He still don't come here no more. He plucks that loot of his in the miners' tavern. The wee shit.
What do you know about this priest?
Not much. Seems they knew each other from before, and he had some job for her somewhere, serving as a maid or something. But she weren't stupid. She told him to fuck right off.
And did he go?
Aye, indeed. He didn't look like the kind of fella that would knock some sense into a woman. I think he just told her if she changed her mind to come and see him, or some shit like that.
And could she have changed her mind and gone to him? And that's why nobody's seen her?
No, no. She took off. I'm sure about that.
I've heard enough.
Alright. Let me double check.
I've heard enough.
Alright. So, we have William the Minstrel. So let me just look the thing. Okay, so we have William the Minstrel to speak to. And then it's going outside for this and this. Okay. Fuck, man. Alright. I'm gonna do just a few more things before we go to bed. Yeah. We're gonna reset Henry's
Did you bring anything back with you?
Henry's energy and nourishment. Make sure my inventory's cleaned out. I think it is. I think we're pretty good here. Yeah. Let's drink some wine. Sleep. Sleep that off. Eat some honey. And then when that goes down, we'll drink some more wine. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to check on Menhard one more time. And then we'll probably go up to the Minstrel, save, and end it there. Because if Menhard still has nothing to do forces equipped for Tawny, I really don't think he's ever gonna proc the reinforcements quest. I'll try and do some more research into it tomorrow or some shit like that. To see if there's something I'm somehow missing to make it proc. Maybe even to do the main quest a little bit more. I really don't know. We will find out eventually. Or maybe not, you know. It might just be the way it is.
Be careful. It's not safe here.
Yeah, whatever.
You have a kind. Hey, mate.
I mean, it's not...
Apparently, the city council is organizing another collection for repairs to the fortifications.
No.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr.
I don't think it's ever gonna proc. That's fine. So then, the only thing left to do when we next play is to finish up this quest, see if we can make this quest proc, and then to just do this too. And then, theoretically, as long as no more side quests pop up after that, which I don't think there will be any, but you never know. But if there isn't, we can start the main quest line. We'll finally be able to start working on it. We spent a long ass time preparing for it. Right, now before I end it here and log off for the night, I'm gonna head over to the minstrel. And we'll save right in front of him so we can deal with that. Alright. I wanted to finish this quest before going to sleep, but chat, I am exhausted. I need to go to bed. So with that in mind, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps a lot. On Twitch will help even more. But regardless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.